Alright. Nah, maybe not that song. We'll switch to Skyrim now. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Almost 100%. We are just about 10 minutes until the next episode of Bloodties begins, so I figured just, start early, get everybody on in here, get them prepared on what's to come, deliver a brief recap, but our DM will do a solid job of recapping nonetheless. But yeah, hope everybody's having a good weekend. Today's session, we've been told, will be a bit short, much shorter than last week's session, considering that one ran for about 5 hours, just about. That one was pretty long. This one, it seems to be like we're hitting some sort of season finale of sorts, or we're going to be going on a hiatus because our DM has to come up with new stories, seeing as how we thoroughly failed each and every other side quest he had given us, and caused a month-long time skip, which in D&D is rather absurd. And we basically got our actions delivered to us on a platter. He told us how during our character's month-long journey in prison, basically the rest of the campaign happened, what we were supposed to do. NPCs managed to do without us. So that was as a player, it was gut-wrenching to hear each story get delivered. Primarily, the main purpose of the campaign, I believe, was to discover an ancient red dragon's lair and the first come first serve. Whoever gets there is rewarded treasures and nobility. Our party didn't get that. Another loose end that was tied up by NPCs was a well-renowned criminal with a bounty of up to 10,000 gold, alive or dead, was discovered. Obviously not by us, and so that was tied up. What else happened in that time? That was basically the two things we were trying to do. And meanwhile, since a month has passed, that means the forces of evil of demons that our party unleashed have had a whole month to do whatever the hell they want. while our party just sits there in jail. But on the good news, my character learned Draconic in that time. So yeah, not all is lost. Not all is lost. And they then, after that month period, had a trial, which was the majority of the session, in which about, I think, 12 to 14 witnesses were called up to the stand, and they were all characters that the party had previously interacted with, whether it be positive or negative interactions. It didn't quite matter. What the result was trying to get was that each party member had a chance to sway the crowd and the witness to their favor, so that their court hearing would be deemed innocent, or as most innocent as it could be. And I believe I have the exact notes for how that went, so give me just a second on how the trial was going. We had a total of 15 witnesses, but there was some extras in there. Like, when I say 15, I mean it was just like every time a new group or person was called to the stand. So for example, the first witness was one guy, but the second quote-unquote witness was actually two different dwarven bartenders. So it was up to us to try to sway both of them to our side. And as far as I wrote down, we managed to convince 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 total witnesses we debated against to our favor. And let's see. And the others were left negative. They either were left hostile or weren't convinced by our arguments, which was only about 4 or 5 of them. So overall, not a bad rate to go off of. But then came the twist. At the very end of the court hearings, the final witness was a character shrouded in mystery that we were warned about accepting deals from them. A character known as Mox, who somehow has a sort of godlike superiority, because they claim to know all of our stories, almost in a metagaming kind of way, as if they have been watching our story from the viewer's perspective somehow. They walked up to the witness stand, and immediately just threw a knife at one of the near prosecutors. And then, as if that wasn't enough, they just straight up stopped time. I don't know what the fuck this character is, but they stopped time, and he proceeded to tempt us with the deck of many things. And that was the last hour and a half of the session, was the party morally deciding to draw from the deck of many things and realizing the consequences. I rolled a wisdom saving throw against choosing to draw from the deck of many things and passed, so my character stands firmly against it. Who knows if they may argue for me to do it anyways, or how we're gonna do it. But that's where we left off. One of the most major effects of drawing from this deck is that one of our players, the Tabaxi player, Nasira, drew the card known as Void, which essentially trapped their soul in an alternate plane guarded by a powerful entity. Their body went lifeless on the spot as this was revealed. So that essentially wiped out that character. And I believe they're gonna have to make a new one. Unless we use a different card known as the Fates card, which allows you to change the fate of any event that has happened to that character or that character has witnessed in the past. So I don't have that power. One of the players does, and we'll see what they're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and say hopping in a minute. Stream is up and running. Alright, good. But yeah, hope everybody's doing good. We're gonna go ahead and transition over here to the D&D page. We've got all sorts of fun stuff here. I think... Oh yeah, we also have a demon incursion to worry about in the background. That's fine. We'll get stronger to face against it. That's no problem. That's fine. That's classic Dungeons and Dragons. If you haven't unleashed a forbidden evil upon the world, are you really playing Dungeons and Dragons, guys? Come on. Come on. Let's be honest. We've all done that. All right, boys. Let's hop into the voice call.
Not have it blowing at the diaphragm of the mic.
Hello, everyone.
Gotcha.
Hello.
I heard diaphragm. I'm scared.
We're talking about the anatomy of the human body. I was just talking about the Wernicke region of the brain. Brandon was elaborating. What were you saying?
That was all made up. We're actually forming an a cappella group.
Oh, good. Is that... Are we giving up on current campaign and just doing all bards?
Ooh.
No D&D anymore. We're forming an actual IRL
this is
acapella band.
Oh, okay.
And everyone's moving to the same city. Tim, you're moving again. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Tim.
All the way across the country again.
Okay. Sorry, Smog. It was a quintet.
Tim, it's May 23rd. Time for your a cappella group. Yes, dear.
While I have everybody here, I want to give them a heads up. There's a sale right now on Kraken Dice.
On what?
Oh, Kraken Dice. I thought you said crack and dice.
I heard crack. I was like, where do you check out?
I mean, for some people, it's very close to being the same thing.
Memorial Day sale.
There are Kraken Dice seals and Janglebrook on certain days of the week, depending.
Yeah, get some sun drops and crack and dice.
Does someone still have like drugs on their person during the trial, or did we all stash it away?
Someone cavity checked Ubo.
I think somebody stashed something.
I stashed my entire drug purse.
Okay.
So
I gotta say, I've already listened back to the last episode multiple times. Every single one of you cracked me up and made me smile in that session, start to finish. I freaking loved it.
I can't wait to see the quotes of the game.
Yeah, that was a great session.
That was a long one too, bro. Holy hell.
Yeah,
that was a great long one. No combat, just a pure RP. I loved it.
Yeah, I'll admit, I need to rewatch it specifically for quotes because I enjoyed it too much. I had to watch it as an episode, not as a study session.
Nice. I'm glad. That's so cool.
Does Jules know what happened last session?
I caught most of it.
Okay.
Okay, so you know about the drop.
The
what?
Oh no.
Oh.
I think.
Well, you know what? I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, I was trying to catch up last night, and I think I had like at least an hour or two left.
That's where everything happened.
Yeah.
Shit.
you could have skipped to the last hour.
All right, don't tell him, bros. Don't tell him.
It'll come out.
It'll come out, yeah. Depending on the decisions we make at the start.
For sure.
I'm just cleaning up one thing, but if we're ready, we can start in just a minute or two.
I'm looking at dice on crackandie.com.
I will also inform you, the reason I know about this sale is I was watching a new video from Man Shorts, and their discount code of Man Shorts does give you a stacking 20% off on the already sale.
That's free money.
It's literally free dice. They're gonna pay me to take these dice. Glow-in-the-dark dice? No claim?
Yeah, that's a new big thing.
Out of stock. Darn it. You can get a 150 millimeter D20. Holy shit. It's as big as someone's head. It's $400.
I would just want to hear it rolled in the background.
On a nice glass table.
Oh!
That's my metal one.
That should be our go-to death saving throw die.
Yeah.
You won't even hear the roll, you'll just hear the desk shatter.
The judgment dice.
Alright, I think I'm ready. If we're all good, we can hop right in.
Oh, let me open up.
Good.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, I think it's RP correct if she doesn't go into roll 20 because her soul is in another realm.
Oh yeah, forgot about that little part.
Hey, these are spoilers that we are not
Are they?
sharing yet.
It happened.
At least.
Plus, I already said it like during my intro, so it's too late.
Oh no, I was gonna say Ubo doesn't know.
Oh, okay. Well, he about to found out.
Mhm.
That's just part and parcel of our games.
Okay. As Brandon is loading in, let's do a quick recap and then dive into session 36.
Yep.
Still blows my mind it's gone on this long. But okay. So as we review last session, the party had left the devilry and turned itself into the Romalian military and also the hands of people like Admiral Stans.
Huge mistake.
Huge mistake. You all had traveled across the Breaker to Breaker's Landing, where the court trial, or more so, oh my, that's your project you're working on. Where a military tribunal-based court would happen. You all were prepared, and a large series of time passed by, a month specifically, after a week of travel, or a large series of time had passed by. And before the trial had started, Stans had briefly mentioned that although a non-guilty verdict was near impossible, for reasons such as discussion and perhaps future work, it would be most beneficial if all of you received, or at least most of you received, a life sentence verdict as opposed to a execution verdict. And so the trial began. You all had seen characters that you had met over the course of the entire campaign. You met people back in retreat, people in the woods by Kryn, people in Janglebrook, people on the roads. You met everybody, and for the majority of them, you had found favor in them, or swayed the court, or found a loophole through their lies, deception, or their side of the story. I'm proud of all of you. And towards the end of the trial, when the last witnesses were being called, you realize Mox in the courtroom was already there and was called forward as a witness. After a brief encounter, Mox seemed to have frozen time before all of your eyes, before offering to all of you the opportunity to pull from the deck of many things. At the current time, half the deck has been drawn. And some highlights says Nasira's soul was sucked from her body. Wanya Kest was marked by a fiend of some sort while also making money. Baldrus had drawn the fate card, and Clyde and Ubo at this time had not pulled any cards. So as we all make our way back into the courtroom, Mox still standing there, deck in hand. What would you all like to do?
Kanye is covered inch and toe with chains. Ubo?
Is Ubo now?
Sorry, I was asleep. You can't tell because my bandana around my eyes.
I mean, you also kind of slank into your shale for a little bit. You kind of missed a bit.
I'll be honest. After I defended myself, I was kind of checking out. A little here and there.
Understandable.
It's been a day.
What?
Uh,
Sounds like you guys are pulling cards.
Ugh.
well, Nasira lost her soul.
Oh, finally.
I mean, that happened years ago.
Clyde actually
really, but-
laughs. And
I
they
have
just
a new friend named Sir Blenny. And
Oh,
you
yeah.
look to the left of me, and you see a bronze dragonborn covered in plate armor with a sword. Sir Blenny, say hello to the group.
wait. How did that,
Hello. Hello.
when did that happen? Did I pass out? Did I fall asleep too?
You might have, yeah, just right after the session, you might have fell asleep.
You guys kept drawing after the session fucking ended. Oh,
Freaking crack monkeys.
Jesus of shit.
So are we pulling cards? Is that what's happening?
We did.
Moxie, why don't you fill him in here?
Yeah, I just, as simple as that. Like I offered you all before, I wanted to offer you all a little bit of a game, a little bit of an opportunity. That's why I'm here. So, if you'd be so interested, and he points the deck towards Ubo, and you see what appears to be in his hand this cyanish light blue magical coated deck, that he extends out. By all means, draw a card, see what happens.
Very well. I go for it. I pull a card.
Be my guest, Ubo. I'll shuffle back in my chair just to let him pass through.
Clyde, you're not gonna...
I shoot you.
one for boys.
I shoot you a look.
I'm
I
gonna-
made my decision, Wanye.
I want to inch closer to Mox and kind of whisper to him a little. You seem to like to play with fate.
I do.
What if somebody wanted to heighten the deal?
As
Play
Ubo,
a bigger
Let me pull
game.
my card first before you raise the stakes.
Mox looks at Baldrus very curiously, and then looks at Ubo. I'm interested by this. And he holds up his hand. He points back over to Ubo. You get one pull, and then I want to hear what this one says. And he extends
Okay.
the deck out to Ubo.
I pull a card.
All right. Let's draw.
Oh, God.
Let me see.
Instant death.
No, that one's already out. Now you might get slow, painful death.
Oh, joy.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah,
one's.
half the deck has already been drawn.
We got a lot of like solid stuff.
And a lot
So
of
far.
negative stuff. Well, the two most negative cards I think we drew.
Can I ask the one that Sir Blenny came out of? Was that the knight or something?
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
so.
Okay. Yeah, it's like a loyal companion to get summoned to you or something.
I haven't
Alrighty.
decided his accent yet.
Yes.
but-
Okay.
This one's pretty funny. Yeah, they drew most of the bad cards in their first couple rounds. Like, okay, now the bad ones are out of the way. Now we get the good stuff.
He better get the moon.
So Ubo, you go up to this deck and you pull this card. And as you flip it over, you see what appears to be on the card a city. Multiple buildings, high towers, all these large forms of architecture. After staring at the card for a few moments, you see one of the buildings begin to crack. And then the next, and then the next. And over the next couple of seconds, the entire city crumbles to pieces. You drew the ruin card. So this one might not be the worst for you. All forms of wealth that you carry or own other than magic items are lost to you. Portable property vanishes, businesses, buildings, and land you own are lost in a way that alters reality the least. Any documentation that proves you should own something is lost, and the card also disappears.
Huh? Joke's on you. I don't own shit.
Yeah!
Not in this economy.
What about his guilt in court? Does that go away?
You do reach for your boo, Zubo, and it is gone.
Ooh.
Shit, here, I thought we drew the worst one.
Do I lose all my money too?
Yeah.
All of your money is gone.
Literally everything, I think.
Thank God we don't keep a party loot.
Everything other than magical items, Zubo, is gone.
Oh, interesting.
Oh.
Oh. That.
So, he doesn't have his blindfold anymore. He's naked.
Is he naked?
I believe he
Pretty
loses all
much.
clothing, yeah.
His
Pretty much.
hat's gone.
Oh, he's a turtle, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
true.
mean, I was just wearing suspenders and a bow tie for this court.
Clyde, I guess, does get up to observe your eyes. Are they like whited over kind of deal? Like,
Yeah, they're milky, and they actually are scarred over.
Oh, cool. Okay, he like takes note of that. He gets up just to take note of that for a second, and he'll sit back down.
What about because I gave whoever my quarterstaff and
Oh, the stuff you
So
gave
that's all gone
to
too?
Santis?
It's in their property now.
Oh.
They have no memory that it's yours.
Oh,
so I don't have any, I literally don't have anything anymore.
yeah.
Other than magic items.
I don't have any magic items.
Fuck, man.
You got your shell.
But Mox holds up a finger to you and goes,
I
"Now
think-
hold on." Points over at Baldrus. I want to hear what this one has to say. And he snaps again. And for the four of you, time begins to slow until it becomes a creaking halt. Baldrus, please meet me in the secret chat.
Yo.
Rad. Oh.
So I have to remove everything.
Yeah, I think so. Here, what's the card
Ooh.
called? The city card?
Ruin.
The-
This is the ruins.
I would say hold on because they might change something.
Oh, I already.
Yeah.
I deleted half.
You must
No,
declare
undo
blah, blah,
button.
blah. King of Spades. All forms of wealth that you carry or own, other than magic items, are lost to you. Portable property vanishes. Businesses, buildings, and land you own are lost in a way that alters reality. I'll send you the... But yeah, it looks like everything.
That's pretty straightforward. All right. I'll hold on to my quarterstaff and my equipment just because I don't want to have to hunt it down. But I'll note that I don't have it.
Yeah.
That would have been much
Yeah,
worse
maybe.
for like also Nasira because she had a like gang and shit. Like she technically had a business.
I like
Yeah, it's
your
assets,
screen.
I think, when you have to file for taxes.
So time is just frozen for everybody.
Yeah.
Seems
Except
like
for
it.
Baldrus and Mir.
Could I wonder?
What about-
I wonder if I could
what about
awaken
Santis? Is
mind
he
while
frozen?
I'm. Yes,
Yeah.
he was frozen as well. Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, at the
Technically-
same time.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
This guy right here has a knife stuck in him.
Yeah, out of his
That's
chest.
important. That's important. And it's in there fairly deep.
Yeah, or Mox chucked it at him. Don't call him Mir, he doesn't like it. That's his god name, I assume. Glad I didn't draw that card, because I have 50,000 GP worth of chains all around me. Oh, he's moving. life altering. He drew the fate card last session, so he can change a single moment in history.
You guys never met Watson. That's the defining choice that happened that led up to this meeting Watson.
Yeah, just never met Watson. Or when we're in with Stans inside the tent, just hand him the bag. Just, yeah, it's right here, officer.
Yep. He could do it. Like, literally, as a player, my heart came out of my body and cracked into pieces when he read us the list of, oh, the Hellkite Dragon's lair was found. Oh, Jormungandr was discovered by the Empire. Like, shit like that destroyed me as a player.
Yeah, I felt the same. I was like, I wanted a Balasar redemption arc, and then I wanted to find the lair for ourselves, all that gold. Because now I know who I'm a descendant of. Yeah, there's maybe we'll redo the entire campaign and it'll just revert to the session 6 or whatever that was.
I'm back to working for the Shady Innkeeper.
Yeah, who didn't get ratted out by me and didn't lose his job and life potentially.
Yeah, you're just running drugs.
Look, man.
Can't believe you killed my boss.
Did you even care about him? Well, did Nasira even care about him, I guess?
He was money. He was a means to an end.
But Santis is money now. You got a new boss. You upgraded.
Yeah,
Now we're gonna kill Santis.
Having Santis as an option, I'm like, yeah. Go with him.
You can tell Alan's in deep thought right now because he's moving his character left and right throughout this
Oh
entire
yeah,
process.
he's like role play talking while in the frozen time.
Yeah.
I love it when we do that.
So yeah, I do too. Something big's about to happen. I just don't know what. I guess to update Jules, I drew a card that gave me a Knight Squire, a card that an Archfiend is hunting me to the ends of the earth. I get an ability score raised by 2, and then 50,000 gold worth of jewelry. So, Wanye is covered in just gold chains right now.
Nice.
I like to imagine
Alan?
the headcanon is you stole that money from that devil and that's why he's after you. Like that's how the cards lined up.
Has Abyssal written on it or something, or Void, whatever language they speak. What did Baldur's drew? Fate card.
The fate card. He drew like 3
Oh, he
things.
drew one that can level up, right? He can level up
yes.
the next combat encounter.
If he single-handedly defeats the next combat encounter, no help, he will insta level up, which honestly is probably more for non-milestone based D&D, but I think he'll just give it to him and like destroy the party's level level balance. Yeah, the bastard.
And oh yeah, I forgot he drew the alignment card. So he was
Lawful evil.
chaotic evil. Oh yeah, he was lawful evil, and now he's chaotic good.
Yes.
Chaotic good vampire. Did you draw any mega ones? Nasira is gonna draw a bunch, but then she drew the first one is Void,
The first.
which is the worst card in the game.
Yep.
Very first card. You have no soul. I'm dead.
What was the star? Was the star the one that lets him challenge the next encounter? I think the star was that one.
I don't remember the icons. The only icon I remember was the night one.
The only one I know, spoilers wise, I believe is the moon, which grants you 1d4 wishes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in Wanye's head, Wanye asked Mir if inside this deck, if there's a card that can make him a dragon. So Wanye either knows there's a wish. Yeah, Mir said yeah. So he knows there's either a wish or a true polymorph spell in here.
Yeah.
So, but he doesn't know if he wants to draw anymore because he saw his friend Nasira just get destroyed.
And then he drew the knight. You drew after Nasira like 3 times. Don't at me.
Oh well, yeah, I drew 4 times.
Hello.
Hello.
Don't add me.
Okay.
This man's smug.
If I was awake, you'd be missing your hand.
So, you, nope, you don't need to. Sorry, I was talking to someone in chat. For the four of you, you see Mox just snap, but you do notice that Baldur's position has shifted entirely to a slightly different spot.
What the shit?
There was some kind of time skip. But Mox looks at the five of you and goes, well, this was fun, but your friend here was actually quite convincing. And he looks over at Baldrus.
And he convinced you of?
Hope to see you all again down the road.
Wait, what? You're not gonna get us out of here?
Oh, I will. Just not in the way you think.
Oh.
And at this point, he rubs both of his hands together and claps. And right as he does, for anyone here who has seen Code Lyoko, you see this large white orb emanate from his hand and engulf the entire room. Baldrus has used his fate card. To what extent, you don't know. But what I will say is, let me shuffle the room a little bit.
Oh boy, okay. Music down.
Do we know? Are we aware that he used a fate card?
You in this moment are aware, but
Oh.
when you wake up, you won't.
Ooh.
Okay. Where will we wake up, I wonder?
All right, take bets. I say retreat.
Yeah, I say retreat also.
We're back in the mountains.
I
boys.
really hope so. As a player, dude, I absolutely hope so.
Balasar walks in at the Chimera Cave.
Oh man, hope you didn't throw away that character sheet.
Ubo's also there for reasons.
For reasons. He was there the whole time. We just never actually, he never actually bumped into him.
In the background of every scene, there was just like this turtle shell hiding next to the bushes, and no one. It just looked like a rock the whole time.
He was
no one thought
sleeping.
anything of it.
He was sleeping.
He's the architect of our destruction this entire time.
All right. So all of you, after a brief period of time, the room explodes,
Yep.
and you go back to the courtroom,
Okay.
and you hear the judge go, "Next witness to the stand, Mox. Mox."
Oh boy, what the hell is he up to now? Wait.
Santis. Baldrus would recognize it. Exactly similar as before. Santis would panic. Start looking.
Yeah, I'm looking towards the court entrance.
Mox, last name? No last name. The guard at the front, similar to, Jules, I don't know if you saw this part of the stream, but Misha was called as a witness, however, did not show up to the courtroom.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
The guard, once again, opens the door, steps out, comes back in. It appears that the witness is not present. Judge is like,
Another one?
twice in one day. That is very particular. Alright, well, please do a search. Thank you. Guard leaves the room. And at this point, you all see Santa stare at all of you and he goes, "What did you do?"
What do you mean?
Am I covered in gold chains right now?
I feel like I have less stuff than before.
I will say this to you guys as players. All of the card effects that you pulled have been undone.
Yep.
Oh, I lose everything.
And everyone except Baldrus have no memory of Mox showing up in the courtroom.
Yep. Okay.
You all know what I fucking mean. What did you do?
I don't
Sat here waiting for the next guy.
We're waiting for Mox. We don't know where he went.
Well, apparently I failed to run away.
Everyone, please make a persuasion check.
Oh. Like I'm
Baldrus,
actually...
and Baldrus, whether or not you speak or not, make a deception check.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just say that that meme where the dude's like looking to the side and then looks forward.
It's little sock puppet monkey. That's literally that's literally Baldur's right now.
Well, my first roll of the day. I'm done. Good.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys next
Good
week.
job. Your anger like really pushed through that mask.
Mm-hmm.
Did I roll the right thing?
Deception? Yeah.
And Ubo.
Am I rolling?
Persuasion. He looks at all of you, then looks at Ubo. You know. You know
No,
something.
I genuinely have no fucking idea.
Ubo, you snitch,
motherfucker!
What did Mock say? Come on.
Mox ain't even here. He ain't even shown up yet.
I don't know what's going on. I'm just a blind old turtle.
Don't cry. Oh.
That's not gonna work on us, you son of a bitch.
Fuck.
Give him his alcohol.
And then,
Oh well, pass the
Santa's-
booze.
yeah, Santos is like, round everybody around, and he pulls out his own bottle
During court. During fucking court.
of Minotaur and just pours everyone a shot.
Oh hell yeah. What's that one do
Is
again?
this just okay now?
I think it's +1 strike.
I mean-
plus.
I think court's basically over. Right? I looked at the judge. Right? Is that all of them?
Hold on. Looks at the list. Yes, actually, that was the last witness we had listed on here. And at this point, Santa steps forward and goes, "Hold on, sir. Hold on.
Huh?
I have a little surprise for the end." Gasp in the courtroom.
Okay.
The judge goes, "Sorry, this is the last witness." And Santa says, "Oh, I have a number of witnesses that have yet to raise their voices in defense of the defense, if I may."
Did we know about this?
We might.
No idea.
The judge goes,
Oh, is it the people we saved?
Yeah, I think it's those people.
"It's late in the day, and I'm sure everyone wants to go home, but by order of this court, yes, we will prosecute and interview anyone who deems fit for information." All right, send them in! And over the course of the next hour or two,
Wow.
to all of your delight, the 36 people you had managed to save in the caves, including some of their family members, one by one, step in and speak of what you all did for them in the Nelfeshni lair. You also learn details about how some of them managed to get out of the Wildra side. Some went to Jungbrook, immediately hard turned right. Some went back to their families and businesses in Breaker's Run. Some went to Oris. Some went to Ursa. Some went tried going to the Romalian Empire, but were called back for jury duty. It all goes well for the most part, but there is one witness who, in the middle of their explanation, explains, "Yeah, they said, they mentioned, yeah, they saved us, and we were so freaking grateful, and, you know, the Romalian Rangers, and, well, they said they were part of something called the Red King. I don't know what that is, but..." And one of the prosecution goes, I am sorry, please repeat that again." Yeah, they said we were, under judition or order of the Red King, something like that. I'm not really sure. And it looks over to the defense. You all never really explained what that was.
Purely hearsay.
You're damn right you ain't nearly sure. You must have heard us wrong. You were so panicked and shit.
No, my memory's pretty clear, Your Honor. And looks up at the judge. The judge looks over at the defense. Defense, do you have any comment on what the witness statement is?
Hold on. Where'd it go?
Well,
Say hold on, Baldur's.
there is some truth to that statement in that a great danger does plague these lands.
Yes, Your Honor, I have actually written a closing statement.
We will have all of you have a closing statement in just the next moment.
Okay, it's all right. It's on the subject that we're talking about.
All right.
Well, you want to go first, Baldrus?
Okay.
Well, hold.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry.
Well, if there are no comments towards the witness's statement, you can leave the stand, and we can get to the defense's final statements before we draw a verdict.
Oh, well, I suppose. Can I also speak in regards to the
Yes.
statement? Okay.
Please step forward.
Okay. We definitely did not say that. We claimed no service to the Red King or anything in that capacity, and I believe as my compatriot Clyde here has stated,
Hi.
I believe this gentleman misunderstood the situation.
No, Your Honor, they did say it. In fact, he did it, and he points directly at Clyde.
Your Honor, this was in the middle of a room with a bunch of dead bodies and burning alive humans. There was a lot of panic going around and yelling, and a dead demon in the midst of all that. I don't think I could...
They could have been mind controlled for all we know.
If we were working for the Red King, why would we save all these innocent villagers?
The three of you, please make deception checks.
I'm gonna turn to Santas and Jay.
That one,
Are we
baby.
just throwing away all these people by claiming that they've all been mind controlled?
Do I roll with these? Yes. Say that again, Brandon. Sorry.
I look towards Santas and say,
Are we throwing away all these witnesses by claiming that they've been mind controlled?
Why does it say that?
I don't know what happened on the case. This is kind of. I just listen. I thought this was gonna be like a 1-2 punch. We'd be done. I didn't know there was shit attached to any of this.
Great. Oh no, who's this new Baldrus?
There is this moment where the judge kind of listens to everything, thinks over the defense's statement, looks over at the witness. I feel, given the circumstances and the information that I am processing, and also the information given by all of the other witnesses, both last second and prior to this, I see no reason to deny the witness's claim on this.
No reason to deny?
No reason to deny the witness's statement that you are in service to some entity known as the Red King. Let you know, the roll they got was a 16, so it met 2 of your deception.
Ah, okay. Let's
Just barely.
see.
Just barely.
What would this play entail?
Santas, like, for those who look over at Santas, he just shrugs like, I have no idea how to defend this.
Well, I would say, I don't know if it's a bad idea to say this out loud.
Awaken mind to Baldrus. You want to show the traitor's mark on us? We're no longer
Baldrus.
affiliated.
Baldrus shrugs. Scoots a little closer.
Does the
Whispers.
defense rest?
I don't know. Should we?
On the advice of my counsel, I respectfully decline to answer your question and invoke my Fifth Amendment privilege against the right of self-incrimination.
Proceed.
Oh, no, that's all I got.
Wait, are we making closing arguments?
If the defense is done questioning or giving comment to the final witness, we may go to final statements for the 5 of you.
Should we go with like an enslavement thing?
Yeah, I'll stand up. All right, Your Honor. That man speaks half the truth. We were bound in some way by the forces of this Red King to commit acts of atrocity. No longer the case. And Clyde, and I suggest you get any magical scribes or people that study runes, ancient runes, because you're gonna want to see this. And Clyde will disrobe to the part where his brand is marked on his chest, revealing the upside-down mark of the Red King. Showing it to the judge, like the view of the judge and possibly the witness.
And
That kind of view.
what is it that you wish to present? That you are presenting, Mr. Clyde?
This mark, in this fashion, is that of a traitor, branded by some sort of leader figure of this Red King's army, who saw us fit to be disposed after we had proven ourselves useful for their part of their rituals.
But you do admit that you were in conjunction with this entity known as the Red King, yes, for a part of time.
We
Not by my own will, but yes.
Not willingly.
talk about how we got teleported into a thing. And then he killed us with bones.
I'd say partially some of that has come forward through the other witnesses that they saw you pop into the room.
Yeah.
Looks over the papers. All right, we'll put this into further evidence and put this into our decision of verdict.
Cool.
Defense rest.
Yep. Cover up myself again and I'll rest.
Thank you. Final witness goes out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is later in the day. To any of the members of the audience, if you wish to go home, being we have been here for approximately 9 hours, you may do so now. Otherwise, we are going to be reading final testimonies from the defense, and we will draw a verdict. And
all right.
Let me roll. You know, I'll just do this. I'll do this virtually.
1d100.
Yes.
Woo! I don't know what that means.
You notice that some people have left the courtroom. It seems like some people have an idea of who's going to win at the bottom of the ninth or what the verdict's going to be. So a couple people do walk out. But you do notice that the majority of the audience is hooked and wants to see this case be brought to an end.
Hot damn.
All right, we are going to be reading testimonies in the following order. First on the list, Miss Nasira. You do not need to come to the stand unless you wish to do so.
Arrow keys don't work, damn.
Oh yeah, because we're in free roam. We're not snapped to a grid.
Am I just going to here?
That's fine.
I was gonna say, is it here or is it the chair? I don't know.
Oh, Clyde, you've been practicing.
Practicing what?
Oh, there.
The music just started.
Music started in roll 20.
Oh, I don't have that
kind of thing.
Oh, sorry, I don't have roll 20 on. Also, I don't have my flute. They took stuff from me.
You hear one guard voice. Mrs. Sarah, when you are ready.
Oh, am I supposed to be saying something? I thought he was telling me something.
I think we're making like closing statements,
Mhm.
basically. Like final words.
Yeah, Sanchez leans in. Your Honor, final statement kind of seems like the death penalty has already been applied to these folk. Please, I request calling it ending statement, or statement, closing statement, something less macabre. Judge nods.
Thank you.
Miss Nasira, your closing statement, please.
Aside from the shady characters that were brought up as witnesses, we had Knifey McStab, I'm gonna kill you, attacking me in front of you, Your Honor. We also had our opposers. They're just having a bad day. Give the guy a break. I mean, let him go home and rest. He's been here 9 hours, and it's just been a complete slugfest on him. I couldn't do it. Aside from that,
You look over as a brief moment. You look over at that member of the prosecution. He fucking hates all of your guts. He could not be more red in the face.
We should take him
Aside
out for
from
drinks
that,
if we don't get executed.
I mean, I wasn't at Tanglebrook. There was no record of me having been there. But you have your information.
Is that your closing statement? Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what to... He just sprints. Closing statement? I don't know what to say for a closing statement. It's
Freaking
like, listen,
Roadrunner's back to the desk.
Listen, he's had a hard day. You brought some bad people up to try and judge us. And I wasn't there.
Next up on the list, Mr. Clyde Parker. Closing statement.
Okay, let's see. Chair went up. There we go. To the people of this courtroom,
Aye.
I must say, I guess I am a little sorry you had to get dragged through all this nonsense. I don't admit any guilt to anything that's been attached to me, personally, aside that of, well, now siren and heir, apparently. Everything else that's happened's just been a blur and it's been caused by a terrible circumstance that I hope to fix later on. The Red King's influence. I've got nothing else to say except hope to walk out of here, learn how to raise a kid.
Thank you, Mr.
Paul
Parker.
just lightly applauds.
Okay. Final statement for Mr. Ubo.
Yes, okay. Here's the thing. Am I guilty? Probably not. If I am guilty, it's because I'm too trusting and too willing to help others and see the goodness in them.
True, yeah.
That's if I am guilty of anything. Also, I let that guy live. Want to reiterate that. And I'm a blind old turtle. Let's not forget that, everybody. And that's about it. I take a swig of my gourd, and I take my seat, and I feel like I did good.
Thank you, Mr. Ubo.
You're welcome.
Next up on the list, from what I see, and I'm also rolling for the order, Mr. Wanye Kest. Final closing statement.
Does the court know that there's a demon horde coming to kill us all?
They don't. They, from what the witnesses stated, they focused more on singing of your praises, and it seems like they're not really aware of what the plan of what you guys are really aware of.
Baldrus probably would have mentioned at some point that Stans did not seem to
Be aware of it?
He worried? Like, he didn't see... like, I mentioned it casually, and he didn't really... He was like,
He didn't
we'll see about it in court, basically.
Okay.
Wanye shuffles up, walks back, gets a sip of water,
This motherfucker.
walks back,
It's been a long day.
faces the witnesses.
Your Honor, we are worried desperately about what we saw in that cave and what could come yet again. A great storm may approach, and we bicker about the minutia of mortal loss and breaker. If these demons, what we saw in there, come again, this encroaching demonic horde, they will destroy everything. They do not care about the rule of law. They do not care about due process. All they care for is the complete destruction of this world and its inhabitants. We beg of you to allow us to atone for our sins. This defaced brand,
And Wanye will hold up or lift up his shirt or his suit jacket.
is indicative of our newfound path of righteousness. We risked our lives venturing into the depths of hell to save more lives of Breaker than we have ever taken.
Wanye flips the other side of his sticky note.
I beg of you, citizens of Breaker, let us give our lives to you. Not on the chopping block, but in due service of our nation and its people.
Wanye awaits for applause, eyes closed, looking to his right, notices there's none, opens his eyes, and just kind of disappointingly walks back.
Aw.
Nice job.
I'll awakened mind the sound of clapping.
But do you have to do it mentally with your mouth? Like, or
Clap, 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 clap.
I don't know. I feel like I could just transmit sounds.
I imagine that Clyde thinks of what clapping and applause sounds like,
Yeah.
and then transmits that thought.
To Wanye.
Wanye looks at you kind of confused, but takes a bow, still confused, and walks back to the bench.
all right. Final closing statement. Baldrus Minoxidil.
Baldrus grabs this sheet of paper in front of him
I can't believe it.
and walks
Glad-
up to the stand.
Can't believe these two are so prepared.
Your Honor, the great Judge Haidar, my friend and I have been traveling for a long time, and we are both seemingly fond of metaphors. I unfold my paper. A seed has sprouted in the abyss, and from it stems a great evil branching into this world, bearing misfortune like that which has befallen our party, and misfortunes far greater. I turn to the audience and reveal my also brand mark of the king. A demon horde, not their first time coming to this world, mounts an assault again, and sooner than we all think or could ever hope for, I believe they will be here in this city and others. And as my companion has stated, we need to act now. And this case, everything that is happening in this room is nothing by comparison of what is to come. And I hope that regardless of what happens to us, that for your sakes, people start doing something about it. And that's it.
I feel like he wrote down in the script, trails off awkwardly.
Yeah. Let's say the script was like 3/4 written.
Oh.
Thank you, Mr. Minoxidil. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of this trial. Me and it looks to the left and right, the two knights, the other guardsmen who have been silent the entirety of this court, leans back to the court. We will discuss for a period of time, and when we return, we will deliver for each of the defense both our verdicts and our sentence. This court will take a recess until those two are found. If you excuse us. First guard up here stands up, moves over. Oh, that one.
Yeah, shoulder
Gets
checks him.
shoved out of the way. Shoulder check. The other one steps up as well, Judge Haidar. Finally moving after all this time.
Oh, this poor guy.
Creaky elven bones.
They're weaker bones, guys. These elves, they're something else like stick people.
I hear
They,
they're hollow like birds.
Gotta
They-
remember, for the age, for how long an elf lives, this 9 hours was probably like, well, a lunch break.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I wonder if they float in water.
The three of them go into the back, and they're in there for quite a measure of time. Is there anything else that you guys would like to say or do before they return?
How does
Do I
the
notice
crowd?
anything different with Baldrus? Like,
How does the crowd
is he-
look?
The crowd mostly stays numbers. Some of them are kind of doing that I'm staying awake pose, but they're nodding off and
Oh.
leaning back up.
Yeah, same.
oh wow, we weren't entertaining.
It's just been a long day. You see
Does Baldrus look different?
They've taken our clothes and stuff. I have hair and am a vampire.
Oh, okay. Sounds normal.
Yeah.
Overall, appearance-wise, Baldrus looks very similar to as he did before.
Clyde will get up, kind of scoot past a little bit, ask Sans kind of in a whisper, Did Blossom tell you about the baby? Or is that the first you heard of it?
Baby? Oh, yeah, I know.
How long?
I mean, she's only been like I think like a month or so pregnant, so it's not been that long.
Ah, shit. Alright. Well,
You ready to be a
war.
prison daddy?
not in prison, but I'll prepare.
Let's just hope it's your baby.
That's something I'm keen on figuring out myself.
Maybe ask some of your spooky people about that.
Clyde will nod and smile.
Not that I would know who they are. He just stretches. Kind of like a mini flex,
At this point, Clyde kind of like he'll stare for just a little bit, but not dumbfounded considering what Mox has done. And he's no longer surprised by this shit anymore. He's like, he'll just take an exasperated sigh, pinch the brow of his nose, and just kind of lean back, waiting for the results.
Ubo and Nasira, anything from you guys?
I'm just waiting.
Damn, I'm just waiting.
All right.
Though, I did count the guards and look for the fastest exit to the room.
There does appear, you don't know what's beyond the top right door, but the only exit does appear to be the bottom door.
Where did all the people vanish off to in this direction?
Oh, sorry. I just removed them just to get them like walked out of the courtroom.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, like they all went over here and then just vanished. It's like there's got to be some magic teleporter for the witnesses.
Sorry, don't look too deep into it. Sorry, that's on me though.
No, there's a magic circle there. I know it.
There's
It
they're
takes you to
blink
where all the
knights.
witnesses are. If I go there, I'm just gonna suddenly vanish, and I'm in a room full of all the witnesses.
Rakir the dragon just shows up through the wall. Haha! It was me. I'm a witness to this trial.
Did you know they tried to murder me?
On my own property.
Jeez.
After a period of time, the three do return and do retake their seats. This guy does body check.
Jeez.
There seems to be
Why is
some
that?
kind of drama.
What's going on there?
Can I make a guess? This guy is dating his daughter.
Possibly. But you do see the scribe taking note of the entire trial, write that down as well, or scribble hastily. Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome. Alright, so Judge Hydar stands up. We have received a verdict and sentencing for each of the defendants. I shall roll to see who we go in order.
Okay.
Alright. First in line, Mr. Ubo.
Comes, guys.
In the name of the Romalian Emperor and of the Romalian military, in the name of the Romalian Empire and of the Romalian Emperor and of her country, or region of Breaker, we the court find Mr. Ubo not guilty of all charges.
Oh, yeah,
Applaud. Just claps.
You do hear people in the audience go, yeah!
People are...
I turn around and then shake my arms in the air like, yeah, we did it!
Would Bark say anything? Or would
like...
Knife say anything?
Mistrial!
The judge,
Knife is in the audience.
Yeah.
yeah, they can they got good patience, that lot. Judge Hydar nods to you and says, after this trial is concluded, it has been requested that you receive a small conversation with Mr. Admiral Stans, but afterwards you are free to go with
Conversation or compensation?
both, actually.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh,
Nice.
but we all three of us turn.
Do we get paid too?
This court would also like to apologize to you, Mr. Ubo, for any inconveniences or loss of time, and we will compensate you for a measure of time lost.
Oh, time is a construct.
It sure is, Ubo. It sure is.
Next, Mr. Clyde Parker
Looks at the judge.
looks at the paper. The name of the Romalian Emperor, the Romalian Empire, and of her region of Breaker, we the court find you guilty.
Of which charges?
Too many to count. I will admit, this is me as a DM doing a cop-out. But
Okay.
It's 9:30 a.m. I'm not a morning person. I'm sorry. If you'd like, I can in the side time.
No, I mean, no, Clyde gets it.
I demand each charge and its gold amount in an Excel sheet.
Clyde will look pensive, raise an eyebrow to the judge. So what happens now?
Well, for the lot of you, excluding Mr. Ubo, the verdict, given the amount of charges placed on your heads, the verdict is pretty narrow and black and white on this point. It was to decide between execution for each of you or life sentencing for all of you. Given the nature of these crimes, we have decided on a verdict of life sentencing.
Whose lifespan is this based on?
Your own.
Oh no.
You will, similar to Mr. Ubo, and for all of you, you will all have a conversation with Admiral Stans before you are escorted to your appropriate cell. Wait, was it cheering?
It sounded like it.
That sounded like
Wanya
cheering.
looks to the witnesses in the court.
You do hear some cheering echoing from the outer courtroom area.
Oh, that's messed up.
Mr. Wanya Kest.
Ah.
In the name of the Romalian Emperor, the Romalian Empire, and her region of Breaker, we the court find you guilty.
These elves, these fucking elves, every time.
The sentencing this court has decided for you between execution or life sentencing is life sentencing.
We're still bound in chains that don't let us do magical things, right? This whole entire time.
That is correct.
Okay, good. That's why
That's part of the reason.
That's why
part
the
of the
status
reason
effect, yeah.
why they have chained you.
Yeah, of course.
Because they know how dangerous you guys are, so they do not want fireballs in the courtroom.
Wanya just stares up with eyes of hatred at the judge, not looking into his eyes, but looking at his ears and just shaking in hatred.
Man, if only someone had changed the fate that magic ceiling chains had never been invented.
That's a
don't-
really odd request.
Nobody can change fate in a tier. That would be ridiculous.
Insight check?
Why would you?
That was completely out of character.
Yeah, okay, I don't know.
Yeah, I was
Amazing, though. Amazing. Mr. Sarah.
What?
In the name of the Romalian Emperor, the Romalian Empire, and
Who's
Her
that?
Majesty,
Where is that?
region of
Where is
to the east.
it? Okay.
This court finds you guilty.
Guilty.
Well, at least there's some silver linings.
The sentencing that this court has decided on you between execution or life sentencing is
Kill me, you
Like-
won't.
life sentencing. Kill me, you won't.
Was that in character? You just
Yes, that was in character.
Sorry. Oh, jeez.
A quick aside. What prison are we being hauled off to, Your Honor?
You are being hauled off here to the official Breaker's Landing prison cells. That will be discussed to you actually by Admiral Stans as well.
Understood.
And finally, Mr. Baldrus Minoxidil.
Yes.
In the name of the Romalian Emperor, the Romalian Empire, and Her Majesty region of Breaker, we the court find you guilty.
I am shocked.
Between the
We
verdict
all
that
are,
has-
Baldrus, we all are.
the sentencing between execution and life incarceration that we have decided for you is life incarceration.
That's that's better than I expected.
Unless you wish an execution.
No.
Alright. This has been witnessed in the eyes of the Romalian Emperor, in the people of the Romalian Empire, and of her region Breaker. This court is adjourned, and you finally hear the gavel.
As soon as the gavel hits, I look at everybody and I turn in everybody's direction. I go, "This went well."
we all just look at you at once.
I don't know.
Covered in chains.
How, Ubo, if you can answer me one thing. How much life you got left in you? How long do turtles live for?
Oh, who knows? Again, time is.
How many
Such
how
a
many how many how many restful nights of sleep do you think you'll get before it just all ends? Answer that one.
Oh,
At least 100.
one shouldn't worry about how many restful nights they'll have, but rather how many gorgeous days they'll have. And for me,
Don't you say it.
who knows?
Ubo, I hope your bottle runs dry.
At this point, Santa surrounds the table and just stares at the five of you. Looks at Nasira. Or,
Giving him a thumbs up.
looks at Syndra, nods, looks back. Well, I have to be honest with all of you. That was Better than I had expected. I expected at least one of you to lose your heads.
That's a little assumptive, isn't it, Santas? You know us. We're not bad guys.
Oh, I know you. I know you all very well. Probably too well.
Do you think you could like purchase us as slaves or something, so we don't have to go to prison?
Hell of an option.
I can arrange visits. I can bring booze to you guys probably.
There's a growl and an intense killing intent aimed at you for thinking Nasira would be anybody's slave.
After all I've done.
Well, from what I understand, you all are going to be sharing the same room, so if anyone wink wink wants conjugal visits, might need to work it out yourselves.
Oh, well. Yeah. So what, we go see Stans now? He waiting for us?
Yeah. I don't know why the guards haven't moved you yet, but
shit.
Knocks on the table. Well, it was a pleasure knowing all of you. I will certainly and hopefully see you all again very soon.
I think you will.
And I have 2 businesses I need to run, so best of luck.
Oh, Santas, remember my son is in your care. Just wire his fund to me via wire transfer. We'll be good, Santas.
What are you talking about? I have 2 graves in my company. He winks.
Wink.
See you around, cowboy.
Alright, lass, let's go. And they start heading out the door. And you guys look back as, for the last time in maybe a while, you see Santas and Cinder walk out. And you do see, as you are all escorted to the top right door, you do notice in the crowd some people, the witnesses like Senna or Brem, a couple of the ones who found favor of you in the audience watching. You get some last looks at them before disappearing in the back door. So some time passes.
I hope they teach them boys right.
Where the fuck is Clyde going?
To the door to the right. That's where they're escorting us.
Yeah, you all are kind of like Ocean's 11 peeled off one by one into the back room. But at some point, you all are in a room with guards. Stans walks in and shushes the guards away. And it is just the 6 of you, as Stans looks at you. Good work, gentlemen. Very good work in there.
Hell of a show, wouldn't it? Alright.
Yes, you all made quite a show. I was watching from the outer room the entire time.
Well, let's get down to it, Stans. What's going on? Be real with me here. And I look at him in the eyes.
Well, I will be real with all of you. I think that's how that's used. So, as I discussed, a life sentencing would be more preferable as opposed to a execution. If an execution were to happen, we'll say the restoration would not be cheap nor not be legal, and possibly not be able to be done. But straight, real, as you say. So, you will be needing to be imprisoned for a period of time. And given what you all had said in courtroom and prior to it, if what I have been spoken to regarding the Red King and these fiends and Orcus is brought to light, then the Romalian Empire will have need of you.
Good. Okay, I like what I'm hearing.
What to be done specifically, we do not know. I do not know at this time. However, I have managed to prove to all of you I can pull strings, such as getting a war dog. I'm sure I can pull strings.
That was a big string.
I'm sure I can pull strings in order to, for lack of a more collective, cooperative term, use all of you.
Right.
great, good with being used.
I
As you
like
can
the
probably
term utilized. Hmm?
Maybe. And Clyde
think he's
laughs a
used.
little bit. Maybe something akin to Romalian Rangers style. Maybe not under that name specifically.
Wait,
I think it's a good name, first of all.
Yeah, we well, there is actually a Romalian Rangers unit. I mean,
Had a feeling there was.
yeah, there is
Oh,
a place called Romali, in case you didn't know, and we do have rangers in the Romalian Empire. So, but perhaps there's a way we can have an overlap workout.
It was plagiarism this entire time. Oh my god.
Yeah, they copied us. Can you believe it?
Ranger Team 6.
I can't believe they didn't put that charge on you in court.
I think
How
they
dare.
did.
Yeah, that would have been for sure execution. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure.
all
And
right.
there's
Now,
for probably the first time, a moment of levity with Stans.
yeah.
All right.
All right. I get what you're putting down, Stance. Just tell me how long you think this is gonna be.
However long it takes for these supposed fiends to at least rear their ugly heads.
We're gonna wait?
It can't be too long. It's already been a month, and they've had time to think, to move their plans forward.
We'll talk. I mean, the good news is you're all in one place, except for Mr. Ubo.
Right.
So we have much time to discuss and theorize on where we could investigate. Trust still needs to be built between us. I can't fully give you my trust yet. That's fair enough. But I'm sure that we can come to some mutual agreements and understanding in the future. But for the time being, we will talk, and we will perform some manner of investigation, among other investigations. Mr. Ubo, you did rather well in there. You all did, but you did rather well.
Oh, thank you.
You seem to have a gift with your tongue. Have you ever considered employment?
Oh no, what is money to someone like me?
Well, if it would be of interest in you, I speak on behalf of the Romalian military. If you wish to, of your own free will, be of counsel to us, and if you wish to be counsel of me, we would be willing to compensate you, and also, given your nature as a hermit, you have every right to appear and disappear at your own leisure, should you wish. Would that interest you?
Ooh, that does sound nice.
Ubo, you can buy alcohol with money.
Oh, I mean, I know how to make my own.
Oh, impressive. Okay.
Well, you could buy us alcohol, Ubo, in prison when you visit us.
True.
When you visit us, right?
Breaker's Landing could always use another exceptionally fine brewer, and I'm sure that I can give you some manner of high lodging here as extra compensation for what you had to be put through.
Well, I'm not one to deny comfort.
I mean, studio apartment.
All right. Well, we will talk, but all right. We'll start there. We'll give you a manner of compensation as well as property here, and you have every right to come back and give us counsel with payment, of course, for your service.
All right.
Now, Admiral Stans,
Thank
speaking
you.
about lodging, you're welcome. If we are to be employed and utilized by you hypothetically in the future, I think we too should get some type of preferable lodging, proper nutrition, exercise, be kept in top tight condition for you, sir, to help the wonderful people of Breaker.
Well, to my knowledge, the prison cell that you all have been arranged to receive is terrible. So,
Well.
but Given I have a manner of loopholes and the ability to pull strings, I have managed to whisk you away to a much more, we'll say, luxurious cell.
Well, I'm always a fan of luxury, sir.
Are there beds?
There are beds.
Watch there be only one.
No,
There's at least
there's
two. You said plural.
There's enough for all of you. You'll actually be quite surprised. But alright, we'll be in touch.
Guess we will.
Be seeing you.
We're available for work in the meantime.
Thank you for turning yourselves in. Alright. See you around. And he stands up and flash cut. So we flash cut to a week later. You all later that day were introduced to your cell. It is not a small 4 foot by 4 foot cube box block, but in fact, from anyone else's perspective, it's a luxurious apartment. The windows, they're not covered in metal, they're not covered in glass, but there is this see-through material that no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to break through. You are uncuffed, however, the room is coated with an anti-magic seal and barrier. So, although you have free range of movement entirely with your bodies, magic is still disclosed.
Within that room, or just can't be performed in that room?
It cannot be performed in your prison area.
Okay.
And the few times you are taken out for questions or for exercise, you are cuffed.
Yeah.
You are very much watched. There is also a part where, for a period of time, and time thereafter, the war dog Hal you actually finally see, and is the main form of security to keeping you locked in your cell area.
I would. All right.
Appropriate.
Clyde would be like studying it as many times as he can is able to see it. But at the same time, if 1 week has passed, Clyde, if he can request a scribe or books of knowledge on either human tiefling anatomy, sexual reproduction, and raising children, he would request those 4 within that week. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And you do get to see the war dog finally. It is a massive 20-foot tall werewolf. And specifically, you notice that along its arms and its back, you notice these, similar to what technology you saw in Dr. Smile's place in Janglebrook, all this hard steampunk-like machinery that is just welded and spiked into its form. You also notice that there's this large whirling device on its back that spins, and strangely enough, during certain days, it maintains its werewolf transformation during daytime hours.
Huh.
Like, this thing is programmed to be a werewolf at all times.
Does it howl at the same time every morning like a rooster?
Sure. Sure.
Why
you
would
also
you wake me up from my beauty sleep with that?
Yeah, Wanye hates it.
you also notice that the howl does not have a tongue.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Must be mechanical.
I mean, there's little bits and pieces there. You think Smiles works for the Empire? Like, secretly or something? Or they got him contracted?
Oh my god, he microchipped me.
I mean, well, he more cut you up, if anything.
No, he put a microchip in there.
What's a microchip?
That's how they found us.
What the hell are you talking about?
Good question. I have no idea.
Wanye wakes up. He's still giving birth.
All this is a dream. Finally, this will actually be where we're going to close the session. This little fat last scene.
Damn.
Some amount of time passes, sometime within the next month, and you get a couple visitors. You get a couple people like Senna, and Leandra and Brem at some points, and they give small gifts that are prison legal. and also just checking in on you guys. It seems like for the vast majority of people you spoke with, you have scored a number of alliances that may or may not be useful down the road. Wink, wink.
Okay.
But at one point, Stans does reappear and knocks on the door, and there's the main door. It's similar to like kind of the plastic glass material where it's indestructible, but it's still see-through. Stans walks up and knocks to get your attention. Goes, "I'm not here that long. I have a gift for all of you."
Oh boy.
How generous.
Mm-hmm. The hallway is actually quite wide. It's maybe like a 40-foot wide, like 50-foot long hallway. So it's actually quite a large room. It is dark, nighttime. But Stan says, so we made a discovery in the woods recently, and I saw it fit to make sure that all of you would know very well that that something was gained in safety, we'll say. I'm having a loss at words. It's very late. Would you all like to see?
Of course.
Gained?
Yeah.
All right. Points back at the door, which seems to open from the other side. And even from this distance, it's very dark, but you see the very familiar sight of a bear walking down the hallway. And it walks closer and closer. You hear,
Wait. That can't be just. It can't be just the bear, can it, Stones?
Sora?
and he holds up his hand and says, "Don't get ahead of yourself." And points back. And you notice, as the bear gets around the halfway point in the hallway, its form begins shifting and changing. And it goes from four legs to an upright position and stands on 2 feet as you see a humanoid form stand before you. Balasar, what do you look like?
Yeah, so I like the last time you guys saw me, I just have a lower half of my warrior's clothing. I have a lot more fangs on my necklace and a lot more battle scars everywhere, but I look more grizzled and more stern than before as I walk in.
You were just a bear.
Yeah, a lot has changed.
It sure has.
That's crazy.
Well, shit. So you got us a roommate? Or is he just visiting?
This is just a visit. We've had much to discuss, and we found a mutual agreement between the two of us. I gave him what he wanted, and he gave me a new employee.
When he says he gave me what he wanted, you guys see me hold in the center of my fang necklace a black fang.
Clyde smiles and nods. Hell yeah.
How'd you do it?
With your bare hands?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that.
Yep, so officially, Balasar is a member of the War Dog Pack.
What?
What?
It's a pack?
That's so cool.
Oh, you thought there was only one War Dog out there?
I mean,
And they all have their own names, so please introduce, you are welcome to meet the Red Bear at any time. And speaking of, the door opens.
Is his
the
fur
door-
reddish?
Yeah, when you do see him in bear form, he has a more redded colored coat to his fur. And the door opens again, you hear, as in walks in, more clearly, Sora.
There's
You managed to find her?
You found her? How'd you find her?
I whistled.
It seems like these two have a very strong connection with each other. They can be heard across continents.
What the hell? It was
But,
funny because Sora hadn't actually died by the time you ran away, Balsar.
Oh yeah, we were totally revived.
We had actually managed to revive her, but you didn't hear us at all. But hey, shit turned out well in the end.
Yeah, love has no boundaries, it appears.
Yeah, I guess.
In the time since, Balsar has already done a number of missions for us with great success. We hope to get that collar off of him soon. That way he has a little bit more free will. And so far he's on the right track for that. Other than that, he's allowed visits back to his homeland with his people, and allowed also lodging here in Breaker's Landing. So maybe he'll let you be some roommates if we get you out of here.
You said collar? Like...
You do notice around, I don't even think I told Jules this, you do notice around Balasar's neck that there is this metal collar similar to Hal's. And what Stans what he would explain is that the collar basically is controlled by Stans and other people to force the lycanthropy transformations. Some of the members, like Hal, they like keeping under a tight grip and they will never take the collar off.
Huh.
Others that they've learned to trust, they take the collar off in time and let them have control.
Interesting.
So it's kind of like a trial process to see, do we keep the collar on for you or not?
Are each of the pack members like different animal types or something?
There's a couple that we tried different things with, but for the most part, yes. Each one is of a different type of curse being.
Huh.
Have you tried dragons?
So he's
No.
cursed.
Not yet.
I mean, kind of like in the sense of what you got, Baldur's.
Yeah, it's
Except not as cool.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, I definitely can't do any of that.
Yeah.
But this was a small visit. Looks over at Balasar. If you want, I can leave the room and give you guys a couple minutes of privacy if you wish.
Fine.
Stans just steps out the door. Still maintains eye contact through the other door to make sure nothing funny happens, but he can't hear you.
I'm surprised you idiots lived this long.
We're surprised you're
We
even
are
alive at all. Give us some
Are there any
credit.
scars on him?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of scars on me.
I mean, look at you. Oh,
You're like a porcupine. Porcupine bear.
Oh, I don't look like a bear. I look like I look like the Dragonborn I was.
Oh yeah, but you
yeah.
turned it. I gotcha.
He
Like,
said,
I think you meant to say pincushion because of all the like.
Tim, just to clarify,
No, I
I'm able
meant
to turn
porcupine.
in,
Oh, okay.
I'm able to turn into like an actual bear and a bear hybrid, right?
Yeah, you basically you actually have choice of being a bear or a werebear. You can choose.
Holy shit.
Well, it's
And when I'm a
Not taboo
werebear, I
now.
can still use. When I'm a werebear, I can still use like my weapons and everything.
Hell yeah.
Holy shit.
In the back, I just say this brings that nickname to a whole new level.
yeah. I mean, now he can actually legally fuck bears. It's not weird or taboo or anything. Because
that's so
That
weird
is
way to
an
take
observation, I
I
guess,
mean, it's
Wanye.
bear fucker. We called him bear fucker back in the day.
I
remember?
mean,
He
you're
fucked bears.
also horse fucker, so I don't know what you're trying to bring to the table
Oh,
here.
okay. You remember that one? It's only
When-
been how long? 6 months.
None of us are wanting to remember any of that.
When Wanye starts bringing up the bear fucker thing, I kind of grab him and slam him into the bars.
Hey, this is a totally. What does this cell have? Bars?
It's like an ethereal wall.
I was gonna say,
Oh.
I thought it was sealed glass.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's still-
you can't grab through this one.
Oh, right, because we're not,
They said that you got visitation rights to your land. Does that mean that you've gotten to go back to your tribe and sort
I'm still
that out?
hunting my brother.
I see.
What was that one's name?
What was that? No. Oh, I have it. It's I was very uncreative.
What, son? Malasar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that actually it?
Yeah, that is the name I have written down.
That's fine, that's fine.
Can't say I've heard of him.
Yeah, it'll probably pop up if they cause trouble. You heard of the shit we did with the whole Red King? They brief you on that?
Yeah.
What's the
Seems
news
like
on?
you guys just kept on doing what you've been doing best. Just bring her out the end of the world.
Well, someone's got to keep it exciting. You know how that is.
You know, we missed you, Balasar.
Yeah, not enough to come back for me, huh?
We had our own share of troubles.
We thought you were dead, okay? Multiple times.
Hell, I hardly know you.
And we sacrificed our own Revivify token for your lovely Sarah. Because we care about you.
Is that really the same bear, though? Are you sure it wasn't?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I
definitely
looked
same
at-
bear.
I mean,
Insight.
I guess he would. I guess he would know.
I lean over, look at the bear, and go, lunch?
I wish.
No, I just want to see if the bear reacts.
Stares coldly at you.
No, I think it's a different bear.
Does Balasar have anything different? Like, does he have a different demeanor? Like, is he more aggressive or 1,000-yard stare? Or
Is a bit more sternness, more aggression in the eyes, I guess.
You could tell by some of the mechanical bits on his body and scars. He's been put through hell over the past month. It seems like the process to become a war dog is a very aggressive process.
Was this voluntary?
Yeah,
I assume it was either that or death.
it was either that or they killed Ormagander.
Oh,
Oh.
so that you do it personally.
I took the deal that would get me what I wanted.
Well, I mean that
Finishing
that technically what we're gonna do once they have the job for us.
Did killing him bring you peace?
No, only death is gonna do that. And even then, who knows?
Can you
if I'll
die
ever
still?
Ever see peace?
yeah, it looks like they can just rebuild him. As I look towards all the gears on his back.
Wait, I have gears?
You have some mechanical constructs on you.
Yeah, there is similar to the Howl. There is a semi-large like metal plate that was basically melded into your back, and basically what it is that it if Stans wants to, he can force you to transform into a werebear even during daylight hours.
And I can do it voluntarily as well, though, right?
Correct. You can do it voluntarily, and because of the device, you can do it in hours that normally you couldn't. But this just allows Stans to have control if he wants it.
Gotcha.
It's like that second set of brakes in the driver's ed vehicle.
Yeah.
So, you live here? Do you live somewhere? Do they just send you places? What's going on?
They send me wherever I need to go, and they sleep where I sleep.
Oh, can you get us? Can you ask them if we can come on missions with you, or something, so we don't
I'll
have
see
to
what I
sit-
can do, but I can't guarantee anything.
I mean, I guess if you run it through Stans, he might be able to pull something better than you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you made the mess, so I'm sure they were going to want you all to clean it up.
And I partly intend to, and well...
Oh, guys, we never blamed Watt for anything, did we?
It wasn't really
We
brought
blamed
up.
him for the board games.
It wasn't
so
really
we got
brought
that.
up, and I feel like legally wise, there wouldn't been no claim to stake on that, anyways.
I
Seeing as
suppose.
how nobody brought up Watson in the slightest, it's like it didn't even exist.
It is kind of...
Whatever. I turned to Balasar. You heard anything about Watson in your journey?
Have I? DM?
You have not.
Oh, no.
Where the hell
That
did he
bastard,
go off
when that
to?
bastard slipped away, that was the end of my interaction with him.
Damn it! I really want to go back to that world that you guys took me off to.
Don't we all?
Oh,
Much better
yeah,
than this.
the blue place with the... Oh, is it
Weird-
like
the
extra moons or something?
They had
It's
weird
very
snakes. Fought that werewolf. Yeah.
strange. There's like a blue cat, dog, kind of.
Well, they had to get this, lycanthropy, werewolf, whatever that is,
And Wani points to the collar.
from somewhere, so perhaps the Empire has some sort of technology to convene with that plane.
Maybe.
So around this point, the door finally opens and Stans leans in and said, my apologies for interrupting, but we need to be heading out.
Right.
I'm sure we'll get more opportunities to talk some other time.
We'll see. And I whistle for Sora, and I just kind of, in a badass way, just kind of leave the room.
Without looking back.
Yeah.
Balasar and Sora stomp and charge down the hallway.
What an
Door
interesting
shuts.
guy.
He's so cool, guys.
And for a set amount of time, the Balasar and Sora are with Stans doing a series of missions and tasks. Ubo is frequently going through either Breaker's Landing, the wilderness, other places, doing his free spirit, as it calls. And the four of you, over the course of set amount of time, are in prison and researching or biding time
Yep.
or doing whatever you can to maintain your sanity. And that is where the season finale will be.
Woo! Bad end.
Downtime.
Bad end. We did it.
And with the amount of time that will pass, everyone will level up twice.
Whoa!
Twice.
Whoa! Do I? Okay,
whatever.
okay. This will
Oh,
determine.
we're all gonna be like middle
am,
aged.
am I?
Balsar's already
Am I
middle-aged.
allowed a
I'm
loot?
almost. Well, I was almost.
Am I allowed a loot in my prison cell?
Like,
Yes.
Instrument.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay, that will. I eventually learned Song of Rest.
So welcome to level 12, everybody.
Holy God.
Holy
Wow.
moly.
Ayo.
Oh,
I wasn't
okay.
expecting us to
So-
bring back Balasar, so
That's interesting.
I wasn't either, yeah.
could-
It's funny that you weren't.
There's going to be, by the time we come back to this campaign, there's going to be a significant time skip.
Damn.
Alright, how old's Wanye? 29.
More than a year?
We'll see.
Holy shit. All right. I guess we'll have to I'll write you like all the things that would be like tried to be done in that time. Thematic or like I guess yeah, for warlocks kind of deal. Are we still able to somewhat contact our patrons? Cuz I can't summon my Book of Shadows since this place is magically blocked.
I have notes written down for that.
Okay.
You can. There is a bit of, we'll say, some frequency disturbance,
Okay.
but I do have things for all of you, for each of your characters to discuss.
Okay. Cuz I guess at the earliest convenience, Clyde would have tried to issue a trial just to ask a question that's been burning at him since the trial.
Okay.
But if you want to roleplay that or say that happens, let me know.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, we'll work that down the line.
Okay, cool. That's good. Cool.
So pretty much session's all like a short session today.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I thought what would happen this session would happen by the end of last session, but I was horribly wrong.
Oh, true.
So what's gonna happen? I am going to take as a mini summer break. I am taking 2 weeks off to rest and go through DM notes and
Damn.
plan future stories.
Yeah, bro. No, because we didn't do what your story was, and so the heroes didn't do any of the side quests I planned for them. They went to jail. The end.
They didn't do any side quest. They didn't do the main quest.
Those gorillons are still reproducing in mass somewhere.
Oh my god,
Yeah, all those invasive species that we didn't.
Alan, you should have redone everything.
Maybe.
So what worked? So I have to run off and do something for like 2 seconds in a minute. But what I want to discuss first. So how the rest of this is going to go? If you got to go, you can go now. Go for it. The only thing I want to say is that one thing that we can do is that I have workshopped and looked into. I have thought almost to say like as time passes with you guys in the cells, for fun, we could do a miniature campaign B storyline.
That's awesome.
So this wouldn't be anything like 36 sessions long. I'm thinking like no more than 10.
That's
that's a hard maximum.
If
Probably
you-
less than that.
Like, I would say if you've already got the notes written down for it, because otherwise that's just like planning another thing while you're planning the main story. I don't know how that's gonna workload you. Yeah.
So I wanted to see what everyone thought about that, but it'd be a way for us to have different characters, different classes, and not just a one-shot. We actually have a mini story play out.
That's exciting. I like that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And then we ruined that too.
Wind up in prison with our older characters.
The other thing that might happen, I'll have to check in with their schedules. There is a good chance. The way that campaign would work out, I definitely would make it more. Not one-to-one. It'd be more of a dungeon crawl than maybe an RP story. It'd have more game mechanic to it and fighting and shit.
That's cool.
We might be able to get Dylan as a player.
Woo!
All right.
And if not him or possibly both, we can also have my brother join the campaign.
Rad. Okay.
Check.
My brother is the exact opposite of me. So
In that,
He likes fire, right?
yep. So where I am chaotic, he is calm, and where I am calm, he is chaotic. So
interesting.
he would make a very great addition to the group if he has time.
Yeah, I'm definitely open to
all
that.
possibilities.
Yeah, I like that.
All right. Well, what I gotta do, I just have to change laundry. It'll take like maybe 2 minutes. But when I come back, feel free to stay if you gotta go, or if you want to ask me separately, you can. I am going to be answering questions up to this point in the campaign, so I will not reveal everything.
Okay.
But we're at a story beat where some information is no longer relevant, and I will happily reveal secrets or what you could have done or other things.
Okay. All right. I think for that then I'll end the stream. I'll mute and come back, and we'll do that.
Stick
We'll do that off
around.
stream.
Wait, I'm sticking around.
BRB.
I'm gonna grab a soda, make a phone.
All right, everybody. That is the end. The season finale. I knew it. I knew today was going to be the season finale. It feels like a bad ending, but we're just going to move on to something else that we can hopefully salvage. Because god dang, we're going to go into a freaking time skip where we level up twice. That is intense. I got decisions to make. But yeah, we're going to be starting that new chapter with level 12 characters. That's crazy. All right, everybody. So here's what's gonna go down. We're gonna end the stream for today, for now. I don't know if we'll go live again later or if we'll relax, but that'll just like clean cut end the stream for today for D&D. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to follow the Discord for any other stream notifications if we happen to go live later. But until then, guys, this is it for now, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.